welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm presenting you a review and comparison of two very common sizes of Chanel classic flaps, the small and the medium one. We'll discuss measurements, waist to style, and show you what fits. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching. So I've actually done an entire video that compares the Chanel medium flap with the Chanel 19 in medium. So if you're interested in seeing this video, I will leave it in the little information link over here for you to watch it. So let's start with the Chanel small classic flap. Mine is in black with caviar leather and gold hardware. And the bag measures 23 centimeters over here by 14.5 over here by 6 here. And it currently retails for $8,200 plus tax. So let's start with the pros, and the first good thing that I can tell you about this bag is that in my mind it is definitely more suited for evening wear than the medium one. I think it's the perfect size for an evening bag. It's not too big yet not too small either, and it's definitely a lot more discreet than the medium one because it's smaller. It's less of a walking advertisement for Chanel, so if you prefer being on the discreet side, this would definitely be a good option for you. It's also the most popular size and the size that has the higher resale value, at least according to my essay. That's what she actually told me. And I think it has to do with the fact that this bag is kind of a one size fits all type of bag. I think this fits all body frames, all heights. Personally, I'm 5'11" or 180 centimeters, so I'm definitely on the taller side, and this still works very, very well for me. So I think that's why this bag has the higher resale value. So if you're looking for an investment bag, this would definitely be a good piece to have. And now let's go ahead and talk about the cons. And I actually don't have very many bad things to say about this bag because, like I mentioned, this is the ideal bag size in my mind. For me, this is exactly what I would recommend, especially if you're starting your Chanel collection. But the one thing that I do have to say is that it's definitely smaller than the medium, and for that reason it fits a lot less. That's why I tend to use this bag mainly as an evening bag and not as something that I would take during the day to go to the mall, to go out to eat, to like explore a city. This isn't really the bag that's mostly convenient for that, so you kind of have to think about your uses. This doesn't fit, like, for example, sunglasses or additional things like that. And by the way, I will show you what fits in a second. We have the Chanel medium classic flap, which is also referred to as ML. Mine is in burgundy from the 20B collection with, again, caviar leather and then this time silver hardware. The bag measures 25.5 here at the bottom by 15.5 in height by 6.5 in width, and it currently retails for $8,800 plus tax. Let's go ahead and start with the pros, and the first thing that I can tell you about this bag is that it is more suited for day wear because you can fit a lot more. For example, you can fit sunglasses, which could not fit in the small flap. You can fit a remote control for a camera when you want to go out and take pictures, for example. That's very, very practical. I will actually show you what fits in a second, but you'll see it just fits a lot more than the small flap, and for that reason, I also think that it's more of a statement piece versus something that's kind of subdued. So if you want to go ahead and make a statement, in my mind, this would be the ideal bag to do so. So another pro for this bag is that in my mind, it fits larger people better. And before you start getting upset or say anything, let me tell you that I categorize myself as a larger person too, because as I've mentioned, I'm 5'11" or 180 centimeters, which is quite tall, and for that reason I think that this bag looks better on me. I've actually included Modshots towards the end of the video, so let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think that this bag fits me better, or do you think that on the contrary, the small one looks best on me? I do think that this one looks better, but that's just my humble opinion. I think that this bag kind of attenuates my height. I think that it makes me look smaller, which I always appreciate. So I think that if you're on the taller or the chubbier side, I think that this size would look better on you and make you look either slimmer or less tall. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cons, and obviously the first thing is the price. There's quite a big price difference with the small one. So like I've mentioned, this is $8,800 and the small one is $8,200. So that's $600 that you're saving right there in addition to the taxes. So it is quite a big difference. In addition to this, I think this is on the larger size, and for that reason it's harder to pack in a suitcase. So if you're packing for a weekend trip or even a holiday and you have to fit this into a hand luggage, this can be kind of a daunting task. So then I would recommend the smaller size. I think that it would be better if you're taking it with you. So as I've mentioned before, I got mine in caviar, which was a very good idea because it's a lot more carefree than lambskin. And let me tell you that this bag is a lot easier to damage than the small one. It's easier to bump into things and to just like scratch and damage the corners over here of this bag because it's more voluminous. So if you want to go ahead and get the medium one, I would definitely recommend that you get it in caviar, because if you get it in lambskin, it's just going to go ahead and get damaged, especially right here on the edges of the bag. And lastly, the last bad thing that I can tell you about this handbag is that it's not a one-size-fits-all type of bag. My essay actually tried it on herself in the store, and she's about 5'2" and probably like 100 pounds. And it just looked so big on her. I was kind of surprised that it was my handbag that she was trying on. It seemed like it was 2 sizes bigger than what it really was. Simply because it made her look so much smaller than she was. So if you're on the petite side, this isn't the type of handbag that I would recommend. It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all, and I think this is the reason why the resale value isn't as high, because this is much more for larger people than for an everybody kind of crowd. And now let's go ahead and conclude with my final thoughts. If this is your first Chanel bag, I would recommend that you get the small one because it's more of an investment bag, has a higher resale value, and is a one-size-fits-all. If on the contrary, you are on the larger person size, have already acquired Chanel bags in the past, then I would totally go ahead and recommend the medium one because it's just so much more practical and more suited for day wear as well. So that's it for this video, guys. I do hope that it was informational and beneficial for you. In case you were looking to acquire either the small plastic flap or the medium one. As always, I really appreciate you watching my videos. If you did enjoy this, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.